down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
But I'm telling you, if you're not really ready, he's going to start saying some things and you're going to be kind of looking at, he blew me away the first time I heard him speak. Of course, he didn't blow my son away. My son's in the back of the room. Dad, I've been telling you some of these things for years. And I said, yeah, you're right, Justin, you're right. Sometimes you don't get respect in your own family, and that goes both ways. But he blew me away. I told you yesterday he's got tons of fresh ideas. He's ready to use his term. He's ready to bring it to you this morning. Let's make him feel welcome. Mr. Steven Van Cowenberg.
Man, it's an honor. You know, Mr. Jeffrey Taylor gave me my first opportunity. You know, I'm living my dream. I always wanted to speak outside the United States of America. I took a picture. You know, my wife, she's heard me enough. She's not even here, so it's okay. I'm recording for her. She's like, I don't care. But I took a picture. I'm international now. So we can leave. And then I went to a jungle yesterday. And the guy was telling me about jaguars, like the real, like not the zoo. He said, yeah. I said, oh. All right. Oh, come on. Clicky click. What's this deal? Anyway, everybody okay? Yeah, I love coming to this. All my closest friends, have all come from Mr. Landlord Conference. Isn't that amazing? When I look back, the people that I talk to on a regular basis now, real estate is my thing. That's all I do all day, every day is real estate. Please work. It's lovely. Welcome to technology. Anyway, my name is Steven Van Cowenberg. I don't know how to operate a slideshow. There we go. Okay. Anyway, I'm a teacher, educator. I've written a few books. I'm on the radio show. Anyway, you don't care. I am a coach. I have educational material. I do everything for these folks right here. That's my 3 children, 7, 5, and 3. She's 3 now. And that's my superstar wife. Okay. Hopefully this will work. Okay, we're working. All right. First of all, I'll get my little who I am. Some people don't know me. Some of you guys do know me. This has been my only speaking career since I've been Mr. Landlord. So I've said my story so many times. But anyway, I was born in Dover, New Jersey, around 1973. Figure out how old I am. I know I look good. It's okay, Peggy. And my dad left when I was around 2. He's a loser. And my single mom raised me. My brother went to a foster home. And I just had a simple dream. I grew up in an apartment building my whole life. And I just always wanted to live in a house. That was my first dream, was to live in a house. I lived in an apartment until I got to college. And when I fulfilled that dream, I was like, okay, what's the next dream? My next dream was to DJ, to own a business. I've always wanted to own a business. I didn't understand how things work. How do you make money? But I knew you were somebody if you owned a business. So that's one thing that you guys need to understand is that you own a business today. You're in business. Act like you're in business. Treat it like a business. It's just going to explode. I'm going to show some slides here in a minute of just how much you can explode just by treating it like a business. So that was my dream. I owned a DJ business. My mom said, hey, let's move to California. We really did the Karate Kid. We sold everything, had a little rabbit in a trailer, and we moved to San Diego. That didn't work out well. No offense to Hispanic people, I'm married to one. They'll work for less than you can in the United States. Have you ever figured out how much aspirin is on Medicare? Have you ever figured out? I was talking to my friend today, just for a heat patch is $20 through the medical. Just a little, like icy hot, $20. So if someone's willing to work for $3 an hour, you can't survive. So we couldn't survive in San Diego. And that was the first time I tasted welfare. And I had to move to San Francisco and meet my dad for the first time at 16, which was terrible. Anyway, he's a loser. So let's move on down to Oklahoma. I came to know Jesus on July 29th, 1991. Changed my life. Hey, I'm done. And so my life changed. In Oklahoma, my youth minister, she was like, you need to go to college. No. And go to OBU, that's where the Indians are, Oklahoma Baptist University. That's how I got to Oklahoma. I lived in Oklahoma, and I lived in a dorm, and my dream was to live in a house. And then, so I got to a house about 1996. And then around that time, someone handed me a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Everybody, if you haven't read that, you should read that book. It was a philosophy. That was the first time I realized that I thought that I could actually be rich. Like, it's okay. Like, it's possible. It doesn't matter where you come from, what color you are, wherever you're from, you can be wealthy. It's a mindset. So I was like, okay, so I sold everything I owned and started buying houses. And this little punk kid was 18 years old, living in a duplex. I didn't even know what a duplex was. I was like, wow, you could. I was working in the music industry, and they were traveling the country, and they never worried about rent because someone lived on the left side of the duplex and they lived on the right side. And that was the first time I ever had the concept of real estate. And then I heard about that the house I was living in at $350 a month with two guys, and I was in heaven because it was a house for $35,000. So that's the first time I ever thought it was possible. Then I read The Rich Dad Poor Dad, sold everything. The next thing you know, I was cutting the grass, and the house next to my house had a sign that said there was an auction tonight. I drove up, I looked it up online. This is in 1999. I went over to the property, walked around the property, and I showed up at the auction. So my heart, like it is now, pounding. And I was like, wow, people were buying houses for $10,000, $12,000, and back then, 1999, cars were cool at $20,000. Now it's like $40,000. So if a vehicle is $20,000, I could buy a house for $14,000. This is my philosophy. So I won the auction. It was the 14th house. I raised my hand, sold for $14,750. Back then, you could write a hot check. You can't. Well, I guess you still can write it. See, what's wrong with y'all? So I wrote a hot check for $750, was 5% for the auction, and I had no money in my bank account. And that was on Thursday. It got deposited on Friday. I had until Monday to come up with $750. And so I was like, okay. So I pawned a bunch of stuff, and I got the $750. I'm like, you got to buy houses, you got to buy assets. And that's all. Of course, when you come from nothing, that's all you think about. Oh, what's the worst thing that can happen? Well, I thought I was going to go to jail. But I didn't really think about it. And I'm thinking, if anybody can go get a car, you can go get a house. Well, if you're a DJ with no job, you can't get a loan. So I realized that. And so I called my mom in California. She lived in a trailer home at that time. And she called Bank of America. I begged her to give me a loan. And Bank of America for $14,000, that's a joke. And I got my first loan from my mom. So my first private lender, my mom. And then in 2012, I started the Savvy brand, and I wrote the book, The Savvy Landlord. That was a dream. And then this is how it all came about. So in 1999, I did my first deal, and then I bought 9 houses back then, and they were all owner financed. I just looked in the newspaper. And so I definitely recommend that you should just don't follow this exact plan, but this is how you do it. This is how I did it. If I can do it with no education, come from nowhere, you can. And if you really want 100 houses, you can get 100 houses. You just have to do it every day. So, 2005, I did it all wrong. I was scared of banks. I didn't have a job when the guy said I couldn't get a loan. I never went back there. Then 2006, I went back there and got my first loan. I did a fix and flip, and it was the worst thing I ever did. I'm anti-fix and flip. And then 2007, this is dumb. I don't want to get into it, but why would you do all that work and then make $10,000? All right. Anyway, 2007, I bought a commercial property. My life changed. And then 2011 is when everything changed for me. This is the first time that you can have a relationship with banks and talk to them and build a relationship with them. And I was having lunch with a banker, and he's like, "What are you doing today?" And I said, "Hey, man, I'm going to look at this apartment, but I'm not going to buy it." And I figured I couldn't afford it. And it was only $140,000. It was listed for 200-something thousand. And I brought the flyer. It was like 250. They just lowered it to 200. Have you ever called the sign? And we just lowered it today. It was in a probate, la. And I showed the banker the flyer. He said I'd loan on that. And I was like, okay. Anyway, I bought that property. It's worth about $800,000 today. No, I died the whole time remodeling it, but that changed my life forever. Then I wrote The Savvy Landlord. Then 2013, I went crazy. In 2014, they just started loaning me money. I bought another apartment building, did a bunch of rehabs. I had an apartment blow up, and that was about 125 units, 2014. So if you follow me at all, or know, when my first time I ever spoke was 2013, and you'll see today, I'm at 155 units. Isn't that crazy? I mean, and I didn't do anything different. I just work on it 10 minutes every day. Just the other day, last month, I flipped an office building and made $47,000. Isn't that crazy? And it was all because of the last thing on the bottom, relationships. And I think that's what you need to be here. That's what you need to do. My philosophies change. I have strategies. I trade up. I bought an office building from Mr. Landlord, and coming to these events, I actually got an Airbnb. I can't remember when Al spoke, Al Williamson, and he was all weird anyway, real slow. And I'm like, what's this dude saying? Is he lying? Because he's slow. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody see Al speak? Like, and you gonna sell me something for $200? I was confused. I didn't buy his program. I do now, and I actually pay that dude to help me. And I have 3 Airbnbs. I have a property. I'm an absentee owner. I took another leap. I'm just pushing myself as hard as I can. If you listen to what Larry said yesterday, Grant Cardone, you need to get that book, Obsessed or Average. Like, get it on Audible. It's been a life change in my life. It's called Be Obsessed or Average. I need a mentor. I mentor a bunch of people. I teach a bunch of people. That guy is my mentor. $24 on Audible literally has transformed my life. Like, that's all you need to do is be obsessed or be average. Now, the traction book that he had is pretty amazing. Can you hear me? Obsessed. B-E, obsessed. O-B, obsessed. Or average. Because you average, because you can't hear me. All right. Absentee owner. And then, if you read any of my books, for years I was like, never sell, never sell. You should be selling. There's so many just uneducated investors in the market sell property. All right. That was way too hello. Okay. Yes, you should sell. If you have some crappy properties, I'm trading up. I'm selling. I was a slumlord at that. What they say, because you have low income, you're considered a slumlord. About 70 units in that arena. People are buying those. People are buying cash flow 100 times what's worth. And the market, and like right now, it's not a good time per se to buy. We don't have to get into this. We can get into this on a round table. But just from my experience, because I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, it said, don't, buy assets, make money, right? Residual income, that's my favorite thing, favorite word. But then you shouldn't sell that asset. But when people are giving you 2x, 3 times of the hood rat property, you should probably sell it. It's like, even my apartment building that I bought it for $140, I put about $100 in it. I've owned it since 2011. I refinanced it, got all my cash out. I owe $300,000 on it. I'm getting offers for over $500. And I probably won't sell that thing because it nets me $5,000 a month. I call that a legacy property. But, I consider selling it because I need to go buy something else. You can do a 1031, but I don't have anything else to buy. I just bought an office building, which was so easy. You should do it. All right. So here's the deal. Technology, that's the thing I want to talk about today. I have 80 slides from here on in. So I do talk very fast. My goal is to give you as much information as possible to run your business. There's a lot of key people in this room. A lot of people use this technology already. Leverage them, okay? Because I'm just going to tell you what it is. And I'm going to burn through this really fast. He says I have 60 minutes, and then I have another presentation on virtual assistants, which I really think you should be doing ASAP. I hired 20 virtual assistants in my life, okay? So we'll get into that after the break. But I'm going to go through these really fast. I'm going to spend some time with Peggy on the front end. because they're all Airbnb people. And does that make sense? So ask somebody else knows what I'm about to say, and ask them. Build a relationship. All right, first of all, you should automate your whole life. You talked about Podio yesterday. You need to get Podio. I didn't even put that slide on there because it's complicated, but you can hire someone to help you with Podio. Now, why automation? Automation, I trust but verify. I don't trust anybody. I'm going to be honest with you. I like you, but I don't trust you. Everybody thinks that way. Don't lie. It's the truth. That's why we have automation. That's why we have systems, checks and balances. And that's why I love automation. I got Wi-Fi light bulbs at one of my places. I can see. It verifies integrity. I have complete control, and there's no monthly fees. I use this. This is the brain. Now I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. This is called Wink Hub 2. No monthly fees. You can buy this for $100 at Amazon. You can buy the original Wink for $60. I don't know the difference between Wink original and Wink 2, but for $30 more, I'm not going to waste no time. This device, this little white box, will control everything in your property. So if you have vacation properties, I have offices, it can control everything. The cool thing is I have a property in Florida. I live in Oklahoma, 17 hours, 6, depends with my kids, without my kids. 14 without them, 16, 17 with the children. I don't drive. But you should buy a Kia anyway. So you can control outlets with this Wink, and there's no monthly fee. But you have to have internet service. Okay? But you can, I don't know if you have a property in the water line busts. Has that ever happened to you before? Some of you northerners, okay? For $60, you can buy a leak detection device that syncs to Wink, and it will notify you that there's water on the bathroom floor. Well, the laundry. You can do garage doors, you can do cameras, you can have systems in place. So I have vetted this out. There's tons of them. There's Nest. If you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, there's a lot of competing companies. It's just going to get better and better and cheaper. Some of them charge you a monthly fee. I use this now. These are the 2 products that I use. $85 for the Honeywell Wi-Fi thermostat, the Schlegel, and this is called the touchpad. This is what I use. And if we're hanging out later, I'll show you my app, and I'll start unlocking and locking doors. Even last night, I saw my wife forgets to turn the heater off. It's okay. Boom. Turn the heater off. I'm crazy. It's kind of fun. I'm like, one day, something wrong. So, thermostat. These are some of my properties right here. I got the top one's a Florida property. That's my old office. That's my house, Apple Valley. And that's my office building, 3 stories, 12,000 square foot, 10 thermostats. $85. I've already made my money back. $85, and you don't have to buy anything for the thermostats. Just hooked up to the internet. When you click on it, I can click. These are the offices that my thermostats are in. I click on the button, I adjust them. I can do that right there instantaneously. Now, with the locks, I can set a code right then, and someone can enter the building, and then click on the robot, it will automatically delete the code in 2 days, 3 days, shut it off. If you have a contractor, you set the code, and you do that all through. You have to have, for the Schlegel, you have to have Link, because it communicates to the lock. Okay? That's $180 for the lock. You don't have to have Wink for the thermostat, but that thermostat does sync to Wink. Any questions on that? Are we good? These are my locations. You click on a location, and then it pulls up all my thermostats. Okay. Now, I knew you would have a question. Anybody been around very too long? I knew you would ask me a question. How far does that a room or 2? I don't know. I mean, I would imagine this big of a room. I have not had any issues with it. I test it and run it pretty hard. Okay, here's something that I used to, because I got into this Airbnb thing, and like, how am I going to control people? No offense. I mean, how am I going to monitor people in and out of the building? So here's another easy way. This is Simply Safe. You know, Dave Ramsey's all up on this deal. For $25 a month, you can buy the ghetto cheap $200 alarm system. So in one of my properties, if you have a lot of vacancies, this runs off of cellular, off of a cell tower. Okay, but this is a monthly fee. Some of you, what is that called? You said frugal landlords. I know it's going to break your bank here. But superstar investor friends of mine use Simply Safe on vacant properties. It's a mobile alarm system. It's $200 to buy it. You can buy the refurbished one. It comes with warranty. This company is amazingly incredible. Anybody have Simply Safe anywhere? For people? All right. So this is how I do it. The keypad, everything that you see there is removable. Inside Simply Safe, you can do a leak detection, alarm system. I don't know if they could do thermostat. But what it does is as soon as the door opens up, it texts me. I can log in to it. I can change that alarm code instantaneously. So when I was in Oklahoma, I sent my crew down to Florida to rehab the property. I knew exactly when they were in the property. I knew what happened. The one thing I love about Simply Safe, it tells me when the power goes off and it's when it's restored. So it just communicates to me remotely through cellular. You can get the alarm system for $15 a month, and that just covers your month. And it works. It's amazing. It's a proven system. That I'm not sure. I think they have like 60,000 or 600,000 customers. But if you have a vacant property, and you can track when your guy comes in, when does he leave? It texts you. You can set it up. You can be all crazy. It can text you. You can look it up and show when people got in, when people got out. Is that helpful? How about hourly? So even on my Schlegel lock, so you got at my old office, it cost me $500. I got $200 lock on the front door. I got $200 lock on the back door, and I got the brain system. And I know exactly when the secretary shows up. I know exactly when the garage door is open. It's just, to me, it just keeps everybody accountable, and they know what's going on. And who's going to watch a video, right? We got video, streaming video, but who's going to watch it? Simply Safe that does all that for me, and it's an alarm. And as soon as the alarm goes off, it does call the police for you. So, and you get a discount off your insurance, and I know that you're a thrifty landlord like myself. All right, and you can log in through your laptop or computer or your cell phone, and they have an app. It's all these. Anybody use Google Voice? Anybody? How many people use Google Voice? Okay. Well, here's a great thing for Google Voice. This is about $60. You got to write that in just like that. This is a dual system. This is like, you ever heard of Vontage? You guys ever heard of Vontage? Okay, that costs money, right? This is free. You can plug this into the internet. You set it up one time on your Google Voice account, and you have a landline. Boom, just like that. I would put my hands together. I would clap. This is $60. So you have a senior citizen. We'll talk about that later, but you need the secretary to answer your phone anywhere. You don't want to have it on your cell phone. That turns your Google Voice number into a landline. And you can have multiple phones. If you wanted to have a call bank, you can do anything you can. If you're not really big on receiving and managing calls, that may not be for you, but it's free, no monthly fee. This Google Voice is free. All right, now we're about to get serious. Are we ready? Breathing. Everybody take a breath. All right, here we go. Get crazy. You need before you leave today, you need to go to this website, FamilyTreeNow.com. You're going to pee your pants. I'm being serious. You should do it right now. Somebody should just do it right now. FamilyTreeNow.com. It will tell you who you've been dating with 10 years ago. I'm not. This thing will scare you. It tells you your address, your age, where you're at, where you. Anybody ever heard of Family Tree Now? You listen to the podcast? Yeah. Did you go to it? Did you freak out? Some girlfriend you dated, somebody was on there. Every address. If you put your name, first name, last name, and what state, and you will literally freak out. So you should do that on your tenants. Find out who they're hanging with, who they married several times. You can find, it will blow your mind. This is the controversial website out there right now. CNN is up in arms. But we could use it for us, right? I want to do background checks on Peggy. Peggy. How long y'all been married? I'm about to find out. Home Snap. Oh, anybody heard of Home Snap? Okay, this is awesome. You go to a property and you're driving, you take a picture, jumps off your GPS, tells you everything about that property, the county assessor, it spoons it all up, spoons it for you right then. You know exactly what the house cost, what the history was, what the square footage. You don't have to do nothing. You just take a picture. I know, you're going to get confused. Don't be confused. Just get Home Snap. It's free. It's free. Yep. Free. 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 Almost all of my slides are free. Just Home Snap. You never have to think about it again. You taking notes? Okay. Law Depot. Now, if you follow me on the radio, I've been sued a couple times. That's okay. Just go to lawdepot.com. Get any document you want. It was awesome. You know, I got managers now, and we got a new commercial building. I was like, man, we need to juice up our lease. Go to lawdepot.com, type in free legal documents, contracts, and form. Lawdepot.com. Here's a really good one. Anybody heard of realestateabc.com? Free. It's like a great way to compare comps, pricing. You just blow your mind, the information you can find, and it's all free. So if you're buying properties, you should be buying properties. Mortgage information, all the information you need to know about acquiring that asset. We spoke about this yesterday. Sweetprocess.com. I know I struggle. Freedom is within systems. And how do you, like I was telling you about my wife, man, after 5 phones, I was getting frustrated with the phone. You know, it's okay. I got kids. They throw the phone around. I get it. You know, I'm like, this will help you think. It will prompt you. This one's a monthly fee. It will prompt you to start creating systems. Because some people are just not wired that way. Some people are outgoing and they're all over the place. They don't have no details. And then there's people that have details that don't understand. Detail people. This website will help you organize your thoughts. So what's the process? When someone comes into my office, what's the number one thing we do? We greet them. They worth money, right? That's a 12-month lease. How much they worth? That's the first thing I want my property manager to know. That person's walking in the building, that's $12,000. The second thing is, if $12,000 is walking through the door, what would you do next? Get them some water. That's the process. After you do it one time, it's over with. Voxer. Anybody heard of Voxer.com? This is what the new generation wholesalers, investors, people that are married use this. It's weird. But I throw it out there. Y'all need to know what's going on. Voxer, it's like, you don't want to check that voicemail right now. You want to keep track of stuff. It's like two-way radio, but it keeps track of that whole conversation. So if we have this whole row, we're working on one deal, we can click on Voxer, and then you can listen to that voicemail when you want to. It keeps it all ordered. So project management with communication, with voicemails and text messages. Would that be helpful? Let's just say we're working on a project. So a lot of my wholesaler friends, that's all they use. So, we're working on probate right now. Sally called me. She's an itch. That's it. Boom. Dude comes in behind them. Yeah, I talked to Sally. I calmed her down. Boom. Talk to the attorney on the probate. But it's all organized on one, and you can have multiple projects, and it's free. Voxer. Husbands and wives communicate through Voxer. I saw this realtor in my office. They use that. Did you talk to his wife? Okay. All right, dirtcheapsigns.com. Anybody gone there before? Man, you guys need to get some signs out there. That's what Larry said yesterday. This is a great place. You can design the design the sign right there. You click a button, it's delivered to your house. Corrugated plastic, full color. If you do 1 or 2 colors, it's about $1.50 a sign. Dirtcheapsigns.com. It's awesome that you drop ship. So if you follow me on the radio, I do this new series called The Naked Investor. I basically tell you exactly how I start doing wholesale in another market. I just wanted to push myself, virtual assistant, using virtual assistants to mine houses, using virtual assistants to buy houses in Florida. I use Dirt Cheap Signs to drop signs down to Florida, and then I use Craigslist to get the signs out. But that's how I did it, dirtcheapsigns.com. Are you guys excited? Put your hands together. How much time do we have? We only got 10%.
You've got another 30 minutes.
Okay. Xero, Xero. If you're tired of QuickBooks, me too. This is another $10 a month. It's a great accounting online software. Xero, Xero. You know how this new millennials, they just spell stuff their own way? Kind of works for you. Just sound it out and act like you know something. It's done. But anyway, it works. It works for me. Xero. But an accountant friend of mine brought this up the other day, and this is where a lot of millennials, a lot of young people are using this accounting software than QuickBooks. Just an alternative if you don't like QuickBooks. Home Tracker. Woo-hoo. It's free for the first one, but this is pretty fascinating. You put your address, you can do this on your own house, but it tells you all the permits that were pulled on that property. Is that helpful? It's free. In Oklahoma, we're very antiquated in Oklahoma. That's why I like it. Anyone knows what I'm doing. By the time I figured it out, I'm dead. But you can, it pulled up all the permits on my property that I live in. It was built in 1991. The electrician, their name. I even Googled up their name to see if that electrician was still in business. He just did a good job. I need to hire that dude because this is wired correctly. So that is very helpful. I tried to go back on it the other day. It only let me do one with my ISP or SPN or whatever. Off your computer, it tracks your computer. But hey, if you really are in the building or finding out some codes and stuff, Home Tracker. Now it's HOMETRACKR. Just drop the E. Okay, everybody wants to get paid. Now, I told you guys the other day about Walmart MoneyGram. Well, this is similar, but this is through your phone. So it's kind of like a PayPal, but a friend of mine is a builder. He uses Venmo, VENMO.com a lot to pay his workers. He teaches them, download this app, and I think you don't even have to have a smartphone, but I'm not sure. I don't use this, but he uses this to pay. I mean, he'll stand there right there in front of Gary and I. How much do I owe you? $300, no problem. Because PayPal, you have to do all this rigmarole to be qualified for PayPal. You got to download something. You got to download this app here. He downloads the app, then it gives me a number. I send him the money, and we're done. And then he has the money, and I don't know what he's going to do with the money from there. It just wires into his account. I don't know from there. The fee, I don't know. I don't use it. Is it free? Does anybody use this? Why do you guys use it? Okay, you use it for tenants to sign up for. It's free. How do they get the money out? That's a great question. Whoever asked that. So I guess syncs to your bank. Yeah.
It takes 3 days.
3 days to get them going, but I could set it up right now and send them the money, but they won't.
Yeah, I'm saying when they send you money, it takes 3 days to get to your bank.
3 days. Well, a lot of crack contractors ain't gonna work. All right, so stick with Walmart. 3 days. Hey, you want to say? Who wants to save 10% on a contract? This is how I do it. I'm pretty crazy. Remember, just to get that out there before we get all in trouble. Well, we don't pay anybody on Friday. That's rule number 1. You got to have policies and procedures. There's a manual you can read. But in our company, we don't pay nobody but on Monday at 2 o'clock. But for a 10% discount, we'll pay you on Friday. Put your hands together. Come on. I know it works because I do it. But does anybody ever heard of Square Register, Square Payment? Does anybody have that? Have you noticed it says get your money today? They take 1%? That came from me. Because I've been doing 10% long before Square even thought about it. I've been doing it works. They want their money right now. I don't want them drunk right now. That's why I don't want to pay you right now. Because I want you to show up on Monday. That's why I pay you on Monday at 2. I'm teaching them how to manage your money. Dave Ramsey, Part Bank Calendar. That's how we do it. All right. PayNearMe.com is a great place. Everybody has a 7-Eleven, except for in Mexico. But Family Dollar in the hood. I got Family Dollars every corner. It's one of my favorite stores. You could feed a whole team for $20 at Family Dollar. eRentPayment.com is another website. I haven't used it. Some people use it. The cool thing about being on the radio show, people email me stuff. Try this. But my favorite quote ever: I don't collect rent, I count my money. Woo! Okay. Anyway. I'm the white version. All right. Mr. Landlord uses clearnow.com. You should too. Go to his website, click on the button, sign up. It works for people. All right, everybody use HelloSign? Have you heard of HelloSign? Okay, HelloSign is an awesome, well, a lot of realtors use it, but you can sign documents on your computer. Okay, everybody knows that already, but did you know that you can sign documents in your Google Drive? Oh, you didn't know. Yeah, that's my favorite thing. So you really can be anywhere and sign contracts without using it. It's awesome. It syncs to, and I'm going to show you right here how it syncs to your Google Drive. Another one is DocHub. It also syncs to your Google Drive. So if someone emails me to my Gmail account, sign this contract. Okay, I click a button, and it goes into my Google Drive. Now that PDF is in my Google Drive. That's a document someone sent me. Sign this contract. This is my home right here. Look, open them up. Click on the thing. You go open it up. Then you add on these products. So see, it says open it up with DocuHub, HelloSign. So you add that on there. We could probably have a serious tech class on another day, but you add this inside your Google Drive. You click on it. So here's my man Jasper. This is his goals for the year. I was like, homie, you got how many rental properties you think you're two? Come on. So you open it. That's the PDF. You click on it, right click on it, open it up, and you can add more apps. Okay? Did you know that? You can add apps to Google Drive. Okay? I know some of y'all are just like, wow. Wow this. Okay? You need to right click, and you can add, and it says connect more apps to your Google Drive. Google Drive is beyond powerful. It's beyond powerful than Microsoft. Okay? So this is not a class for this right now, but you can open it up in DocuSign, and it opens up, and I can sign the contract right there and send it off to whoever I want to send it to. And DocuSign and HelloSign, that's why I use both of them, because they're free 4 or 5 times a month. I really only sign that many contracts. Now, my goal, I think it was like 2 years ago, I shut everything down, and I wanted to be completely in the cloud, virtual, never buy a Microsoft product in my life, never buy an Adobe Photoshop product in my life. And I only use virtual assistants, and I've been doing it for 2 years. The cool thing is I can disappear, my laptop can disappear, be stolen, which has been happened to me before, and I can keep on rolling. I remember I hired a 53-year-old lady from my office. She's my general manager. She runs the whole little empire, and she's like, I gotta have Adobe PDF Acrobat. I mean, we've just been lied to for so long. We just believe that we have to have something. No, you don't. This is a free thing. Smallpdf.com. You can do everything Adobe Acrobat does for free in the cloud. And it syncs to Google Drive. And there's so many, wow, what just happened? I'm excited. All right, well, let's let the slow internet Mexico. Yeah. Well, you saw my thing pop up right when it's very convenient. Chumps. But I do like them more than Apple, no offense. My man, Octavius, he knew he tried to bring out his phone last night. Nope, put that back in the pocket. All right. So you can do anything with Acrobat, and it's free. Smallpdf.com. And then, like right here, I have PDF Merger, Mergy, all these apps. There's tons of them. And I'm going to get to another app here that I had to use earlier. Metrofax.com, $9 a month. Send and receive 500 back faxes. You can have multiple people. So, you've heard me speak before. 5 years ago, I was tired of paying $35 a month for a landline because I had to receive faxes. You don't have to receive faxes. You don't have to have a device and powered up. Metrofax is super solid. It comes with an app. It's $9 a month if you prepay it. It's worth it. And that's the only one. I know Ring Central, but with Metrofax, you can port a phone number. So if you have a dedicated fax line right now, like I have a local phone number, because they'll give you free 1-800 number or a free local number, but Metrofax does that. All right, so social media stuff. You need to post on social media. Use this software. This is like $10. It's an online app, but you can post one. You can do one message. It's like, everybody ever you heard of Hootsuite? Okay, this is better than Hootsuite. So you can have a bunch of accounts, and like that's my Savvy Landlord page. That's my Twitter account. That's my personal Facebook page, and this was my DJ company I just sold. But you type it in. You can do pictures, and you can schedule them. You can get analytics. It is an amazing thing. So if you're not on Facebook, like I'm not talking about being like a kid on Facebook. Like you can buy. I bought and flipped houses on Facebook. This gal. That's all she does is on Facebook, and she's making a killing buying and selling houses on Facebook. It is a powerful medium. Use Buffer.com, Buffer, and you can schedule your posts. Hey, we have an open house. Sky's the limit, but you might want to consider that. Okay, back when I spoke earlier, I never want to use Adobe Photoshop. Well, Pixlr is Adobe Photoshop in the cloud. It's free, Pixlr. It also connects to Google Drive. Pretty much everything I use has to use Google Drive. But you can modify photos. You can do layers. So it's like Adobe Photoshop for free in the cloud. Gotprint.com. Has anybody ever heard of Gotprint? Okay. Has anybody been taken advantage of by paying for postcards? You can get like 500 postcards for $10. Full color, front and back. It takes about 14 days. Gotprint.com. If you're branding your management company or your business cards, you could do metal wall art. You can print anything. Super reliable. Those are the prices that they charge are like 3% more than the cost that a real printer broker. I used to be a print broker, so they're cheaper than any Kinko's, any Quick Print, any place. But it takes about 10 days. Put your hands together for that one because you just saved $1,000. So or this afternoon or whatever, I'll teach you how to use a virtual assistant to design your business card, and then you print your card, and you can be anywhere, and your cards will be delivered to your house. Okay, Wish.com. Anybody heard of Wish.com? Yeah. Anybody ever heard of Alibaba? Or AliExpress? Okay. You ain't Trump no more. Even though you were never Trump. Look Trump. Wish.com is incredible. It's direct to China. It's direct. And you should just get on your phone when you go to the bathroom and order something. And it'll take about a month to get there. Don't worry. Slow boat China. There's a reason why they say that. But it's incredible what you can buy in China. Those prices are for real. Delivered. Okay?
It isn't any good. Yeah.
Well, what does that have to? Everything's made in China anyway. I mean, like, think about it logically. There's different grades and stuff, right? But I don't want to educate you on that. Hubzu is an auction website where you can buy houses. He said auction.com yesterday. Has anybody bought a house through auction at Hubzu? Anybody else bought a house from Hubzu? It was a pretty easy transaction. You have to have a realtor. unlock the door for you, but the realtor basically does nothing. And it was a very smooth transaction. I think includes title insurance and stuff. abooks.com is owned by Amazon. abooks is a great place to buy books used out of print books. You should be reading at least 10 minutes a day. You skip a meal, and you should be skipping reading Second Landlord book. Auction.com, we talked about that yesterday. Great place. I bought a purchase property through auction.com. I didn't know they had commercial properties on there. So I'm fixing to get back on auction.com. Mile IQ. Everybody should have Mile IQ. Yeah, you've got to have Mile IQ. If you don't have Mile, at least just do one thing. Do this one. One day you're going to get audited, I promise you, and they're going to knock you out on, I don't want to give tax advice. That's my man tomorrow. But as soon as you get in a car, it jumps off your GPS. It knows that you're in a car. It knows you're driving. And then when you get wherever you're getting the next day, was that business? Was that you swipe to the right for business, swipe to the left if it was personal? Puts it in a nice spreadsheet and hand that to your accountant. 56 cents a mile, 57 this year, 7 cents a mile. You should, the advice I should give you, you should not own a car in your business. You should own your own. You'll make more money riding off the mileage than you'll ever do leasing. Okay? Who has Mile IQ? Look around. The person next to you needs help. Like I wish I got paid for this stuff. You excited? Smiling? You can't see. Rent-O-Meter. How to find out what's, right now Zillow is actually, Zillow's prices are just something wrong with Zillow, but their rent is actual real rent data. So Rent-O-Meter in my market is a little off, but Zillow is really good. But I use both, and I come up with a great price to rent my unit for. Rentfax.com, man, you can get all the information you need. Think of it like Carfax for your home, but man, results. You could do risk assessment for you rookie investors, all kinds of stuff. You need to check into Rentfax if you're new to the game, trying to find out how to analyze property, what's the value, all you high engineer types, Dave, where you at, ladies. If you need money for landlords, B2R Finance was backed by a hedge fund called Blackburn. Billions of dollars for little people like us. Now their terms are pretty gangster, but they'll pretty much give a no-doc loan. So it depends on where you're at on the tree of life. The biggest thing I get all the time. Do you need deals? Do you need leads? This is why you spend thousands of dollars to come here today, is for this next line. I'm being serious. Rent, realeflow.com. Realeflow.com. Now, I can't take any credit for this, but my man Glenn over there with the OE hat on, I coach him. He's one of my superstar students. And that's all he uses. For $100 a month, you get websites. I don't even know. But I've coached him through 3 deals in a month that are just monster deals. But they give you free leads. I don't know where they're getting them from. I don't know if they're killing people for them. But because I'm trying to buy leads, they don't work. But these leads work because I've seen them. We direct mail 500 leads. What was the leads when? What were they called? What's the exact thing that you click on?
They got in there. There's a radio button on the side.
Buttons on the top. Homepage.
On there, it's I think lead source. Lead pipes. Radio cabinet.
Huh?
It's called lead pipes.
Lead pipes. Who uses this? And you're doing well with it? So here's just a quick numbers. We mailed out 550 postcards. We popped the deal, $30,000 condo worth $60,000. High net worth, equity in properties, absentee people, specific demographics that you're looking for that are authentic. They're in there.
Have you seen the system For
No,
the cards.
I'm on InvestorCarrot.com.
They
Anybody
actually
use
have-
InvestorCarrot?
They have a warehouse for your cards with robots that hold ink pens, with pens, and they actually write the card. How
But he's talking about like when you mail out the direct mail. We use a different company for direct mail. But anyway, just check this out. I use InvestorCare. It comes with really good. You can go to my web one. It might be down. I haven't paid it, but it's iBuy405. That's a good trick for you. I buy your area code. Where's your area code? Yeah, go get on there right now. Buy your area code. iBuy405.com. I'm in 405 area code, and it goes right to InvestorCare, and it's a lead generation. The wholesalers in my market are using InvestorCare. It's huge for them. It's horrible for me. But, you know, Glenn shows up at the office every day, and we're getting deals through this website. And we're just direct mailing them, $100 a month. You get websites. I'm fixing to switch that over, so I'm in between. Okay, anybody else? Anybody use InvestorCare? They've really good SEO, for sure, but that doesn't mean. If you're not making money, SEO whoopie blues, right?
What do you use
InvestorCare is like if you need a lead generation, you buy houses. I love distressed property. That's my passion. Helping people give me their property at pennies on the dollar. That's my. It's like the church, helping people. I'm just playing. Well, it's a lead capture. Like someone typed in, "I want to sell my house," so it helps you. It gives you a full-on business presence, a classy website on the internet with very little effort. You can go buy a domain name. A lot of people don't know this. You can go to Google and buy domain names for $12. Google. Here's two things that Google has rolled out. A lot of people don't know: Google Domains and Google Travel, or it's Google Flights. Just type in Google Flights and it will do all the airlines for you. That's a great tool for people who travel. Now, you go buy a domain name, GoDaddy, which is GoDaddy, and you buy the domain for $15. I don't recommend going there, but you buy the domain, and then you pay InvestorCare, and you're online. And then you put on the side of your truck, "I buy houses" or car. You can be a little ghetto, it's okay because it makes money. And that goes to iBuy405, and I generate leads, and I make offers, and I buy houses, and I don't have to deal with nobody else. Should we do a class on that? Okay. Ms. Landlord, you up next. iBuy405 is just a website that I have on InvestorCare. That's just me in Oklahoma City. I have another one in Florida. Okay. Oh, you scared me. I thought you were going to kick me off. Got up. Jumped up on. That's my domain name. That's just my personal domain name, iBuy405. That's synced to InvestorCare. She wants to know what InvestorCare looks like. That's just one of their pre-canned websites. They're already filled out. You're going to die if you don't sell me your house. Sell me your house quick. Fill out this form. They already do all that for you. They already pay for search engine optimization. They already have a CRM built in. $100. Frugal Landlord. Let's go. 1, 2, 3 apps. Just the other day, I had to cut some audio. This is a free software. Audio, video, editing, recording stuff. You want to text through your laptop or your phone, use mysms.com. You can text by sitting there. You put something on your phone, put something on your computer, and they communicate back and forth to each other. So you can text people. They don't know that you're at home in your pajamas. They think that you're somewhere else. I'm about to get back to vflyer.com. I'm frustrated that I think syndication is not working. Like on Buildium, you put a house on, if you have software on Buildium, and it posts to syndicate. vFlyer, it's a $10 thing. I have not done it in a long time. It used to be 3 years ago, and I used to use vFlyer all the time. But I think Craigslist is not working for me. I don't know if it's not working for you. And I really don't got time to be jerking around with Zillow. So I think I'm going to do vflyer.com, and it syndicates to tons of websites for you. And syndication means post it, populate it everywhere. Yes? Yeah, Postlets. Yeah, they sold, they got, I've used all these softwares 10 years ago, and then they keep getting so bought and sold, and then they don't work. They drop my information. They used to be free, and they're not free. But yes, Postlets is another one. Thank you.
Is there a state website to text from the computer from email?
From email, this one is just an app that you put on your phone. Instead of keep grabbing your phone out of your pocket, you can sit there and be working and texting people. That's my SMS. Huh? Mighty Text. VFlyer. Does anybody use VFlyer right now? VFlyer.com? Okay. You like it? Oh. I thought you were on my team.
Well, the things on Craigslist, they change the links when you try to scan your tenants.
Yeah, happens all the time.
Does that happen like on Beachfire or all the rest of it?
Well, I mean, those type of people are going to go to those websites that VFlyer is servicing. So to answer your question, yes. But it's not going to help you or not help you because those predatory psycho people, that's what they do, and they're going to find out. What he's talking about is when people pretend that they'll take your ad and lower the price. Has that happened to you? It's pretty common on Craigslist, but it probably didn't happen on Zillow somewhere. But this software just serves it. It pushes the ad out there for you, so you don't have to log into 10 different websites and spend all your time. You just design the flyer one time on VFlyer, you click a button, and it populates all those places. But Buildium, if you use Buildium, that may do that automatically for you. I just think that their algorithms are not working properly, so I'm doing both. All right. Fiverr.com, everybody heard of Fiverr? Fiverr. We're going to talk about this later, so you just need to do a job on Fiverr. Just go to Fiverr during the break, have fun. Fiverr.com. Okay, cannabis. This is, if you're an Apple product, you ever heard of Guy Kiyosaki? I know there are many Nerd Rock people. Okay. This is his company. He's an amazing person. CANVA.com. This is the most amazing flyer generator ever. Great photos. If you, instead of hiring a designer, you need to bust out an invitation. You need to bust out a selling your house flyer, something classy, something that can print instantaneously. So you could design it on Canva, send it to .print, and there's your business cards within 2 minutes. This is just a very classy, well-written piece of free software from Guy Kiyosaki. That's all it is. But you could do flyers, Facebook covers, do your brand, hire your 10-year-olds, hey, get on Canva and design me stuff. Okay, Rently.com, mainly for realtors and so on, that you can lock and unlock boxes through satellite. I have not used it. A realtor is madly in love with it, but you can change the code instantaneously on a lockbox. Now, that's without having a Wi-Fi. Because the locks that I use, I gotta have Wi-Fi. So this is just bypass that. I think it's like so much money per lockbox. Shoebox. Some awesome lady came up to me yesterday. She was so excited. Who's that? Use a shoebox. Came up to me. I just felt like we were friends. Shoebox. If you're just starting out and you need to be organized with your receipts, you can do they don't show it on here, but there is a free DIY account on there. You gotta Google that up. Shoebox DIY account. And you can forward all your email receipts, and it puts it all in a spreadsheet for you for your account. Now I do my bookkeeping, I have a totally different system now, but when I started for many years, this is all I used. You can pay $20 a month, shove your receipts in an envelope, send it to a prepaid envelope. Shoebox will scan all the receipts and put them all in a spreadsheet for you. And then you can go back and classify. No one's heard of that before? Wow. Yeah. I've used it for many years. A friend of mine had an audit and called me up crying, about to have an audit. I'm like, well, you have your receipts? Yeah, but they're all in a box. No big deal. He just used Shoebox for a couple of months, scanned everything. He was off by a $1,400 transaction in the audit. Okay, it's a great place to be organized. So for many years, I'd have my shoebox. It's a big envelope, like a 13 by 17 envelope, you know. And I just shove receipts in there. I'd write on there. And then you go back and go through the app and you can classify it. The machine doesn't do it for you, but you can type in Lowe's and it'll pull up all the Lowe's receipts. If I type in Amazon, it'll pull up all my Amazon receipts. It just classifies, you know, by the company, and to put it all together. You can do it by year. I saved like $8,000 one year. My accountant, she's like, Stephen, hey, you're gonna pay $8,000 taxes. I was like, no, you lost your mind. I'm not. I'm a real estate investor. Remember, this is why we do this. This is why I'm broke all the time. And I'm like, did you check my shoebox account? Oh, what's that? Oh, log in. Oh, you get $5,000 back. Right? Because that's what I mean. So, if you're not organized with if you're not anal detailed like me, then I would use shoebox until you outgrow it, until you have a bookkeeper. This is my favorite website, CertifiedMailLabels.com. You can certified mail anybody anywhere, all from your little bedroom. You log in there, CertifiedMailLabels.com. You got to get this little starter pack. It's like $8. It gives you 50 green little envelopes. After that, it's $4.30 to certify mail. I certify everybody. Hey, how you doing? Certified mail. I said I will be there. Got my certified mail. It's a powerful tool. It works for court. As soon as you print this out, you fold it, put it in a screen envelope. As soon as it gets into the blue box, as soon as the mailman scans it, it's trackable instantaneously. You should never, ever go back to a post office again. And it's $2 cheaper for you frugal people. You got all excited. She's like, yeah, I use Buildium to run your software. It runs my whole empire. I mean, I got Buildium tweaked the F out. Let me tell you, I run a construction business deep inside my Buildium. Inside my Buildium, I run it managerial accounting. I use Buildium. Keep calm. Mr. Landlord uses property management software free. This is the only website I found that you can get a free membership to try it out. All the other ones, you got to put a credit card in. If you're not online with your property management software at all, I recommend going to property management software, get it done, property management cloud, you should be doing. Okay, so a lot of young investors, they struggle with accounting. Okay, I'm not an accountant, but I know enough to get the ball rolling. Go to lynda.com, spend $25 1 month, and take all the accounting classes. Okay? They're simple, they're fun. I talk about Walmart, and you'll learn 3 things about accounting. You'll learn how to operate your iPad. It is legitimate instructors on there. It's $25. Anybody use lynda.com? LYNDA. It's a great training source to learn some technology. Backblaze.com. This is a software I use. It's $4 a month. It's a little piece of software that just hides in my computer and backs up my computer all the time, anywhere, all the time. And it's unlimited. I don't have to think about it. And just the other day, you know, I was the frugal landlord back in the day where, you know, I had like 5 hard drives backing up my stuff at the house, and then I just get Backblaze. All my photos are backed up from my family. The other day I was working from my home and I left something on the desktop. I logged into Backblaze and I sucked it right down. You gotta get Backblaze. It's $4 a month. I'm trying to think, we're almost done. Man, look at me more slides ahead. Boom, 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 boom. Should we keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, you excited? Oh, me too. Yeah, you're like, yeah. I use Rev.com. This is how I detail a whole house. Go to Rev.com. This is an app you can get. I walk around the house. I need to clean that chandelier. I need to replace that window, 36 by 24. I need to tile the floor. I need to go to Walmart, buy a Christmas card for somebody. Do all that on Rev. You click a button. It says transcribe. Yes. It's $1 a minute. By the time I get back to the office, my whole work order is created. I forward that to my contractor. About a day. I'm done. Okay? Rev.com. REV.com. HomeWise, you never have to worry about figuring out how much something costs to repair. How much does it cost to put in some concrete? Well, you measure the concrete 10 foot by 20 foot. You type it in, you put your zip code in, it's super accurate. Put in the dimensions, exterior, you will be in control before you call a real contract. It's HomeWise, HOMWYSE.com. Anybody use that? I use it anytime I have something that's unusual that I don't know. I know how much a door costs and stuff. E-appraisal, Larry talked about that yesterday. It's just another form, another way to get appraisals, comps. I use findcompsnow.com. Cool thing about Find Comps Now, that actually is one of my cribs, 1820 Myers. The cool thing is it does retail, cash, and private lenders. I don't know how it aggregates that information, but I love it. I want to see who else is in the ghetto with me. And so I want to see who has cash and who is buying. I use Find Comps Now on every house. Just that. It's free. Free. This is for you. Fruit. Batch, G-E-O. If you have a bunch of houses, you want to see them all on one map. You ever get struggling? You're trying to make a map of where you want to go. See all these houses. You have a spreadsheet. You throw it in, batch, G-E-O, and it'll populate a whole map for you where you should go, when you should go. Credit Karma, everybody knows about Credit Karma. It's crazy. I use passpack.com to store all my encrypted passwords. So you gotta go to the website, type in a password, then it's a human being, you gotta click on a button, and then you gotta type in another password. That's you get into this super duper secure site. It's free for 100 passwords. I secure all my passwords and passwords. But if I die, you guys remember all my passwords. Because you can't get in. You gotta go paperless. You gotta get the physician. I don't know how to say it, but fungi, Snapchat, something. That's the scanner. That's the same one. They're the same one, homie. I'll just get that one for you so you write it down. Scan Snap S13001. It's portable. It's the best scanner. It's super fast. It's small on your desk. I got 3 of these at the office. We love them so much. $250. If you go to jet.com, use a $50 coupon on jet.com, get it for $200. Walmart just bought jet.com. Anybody ever buy anything from jet.com? It's like the wannabe Amazon, Walmart. Go to jet.com. Just use a couple free coupons, but you can get a $50 off coupon. Okay, Toonie app. I just threw this in there to be funny at the end. This is crazy. You can go anywhere, get this app, Toonie, and you can take a picture with your phone of a TV, and you can start listening to that TV through your headphones in real time. I know it's wild. You got to do it. Go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Try to be cool. If you ever listen to me on the radio, I blast Buffalo Wild Wings. You should never be in that building. But if you ever go in there, because nothing goes down there, right? You take a picture, you can listen to it, you can stream anything. This is just Toonie. I just put that in there. Everybody have Toonie? All you sports fanatics know about Toonie. Okay? All right, here's some tools that you need to own. Number 1, taser with a flashlight. $20, $25. Cack, pit bulls. So you walk into a property, you got a flashlight. You should always have a flashlight. If you need a flashlight, I got a super duper flashlight that's so bright it'll blind you out. But this flashlight, just type in flashlight taser in Amazon. Should be $18 to $25. You should carry this with you everywhere you go. It's a real taser, and no dog will ever touch you. Cack, and they're out. You need to get a dash cam. Okay, a friend of mine just got sued on someone pulled in front of him. Get a dash cam. I got that bad boy right there. This is for a couple $100 you can get a video system. You can buy this at Sam's. You can get it on Amazon. These are just stuff that I use. And then you got to get this Garmin Forerunner. It's a smartphone, watch, phone, like Apple thing, but not Apple. Man, I've lost weight just by having this. The thing buzzes me and says, "Move, fat boy." You saw me check my phone earlier. It said, "Hey, fat boy." That thing is amazing. Heart rate, the whole deal. All right, I'm out.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at SavvyRadioshow.com. Connect on Twitter @LandlordBook can always be buying assets.